Big Dogs. You're here with Chris and Goran. Chris, hope your morning has been okay so far, but we have a massive day as far as the football in Europe goes. We are finishing the EPL, we are finishing Serie A, finishing La Liga. We finished League One yesterday. Some, I gotta say, surprising results in that league and in Serie A as well yesterday, Chris. Fiorentina managed to get the job done against Juventus, while Atalanta, they lost to Empoli at home.
Yeah, I think it was like I want to say Freaky Friday, but I guess it was Spooky Saturday, where everything just was the opposite of what you thought would happen. It was just, you know, it was Fiorentina, proving us wrong and stepping up, and Atalanta proving us wrong and choking away their chance. So, I mean, kudos to Fiorentina for stepping up when they had to, but yeah, that was a bit of a mind-boggling result for Atalanta in that game.
I was actually thinking that that Fiorentina Juventus game was more about Juventus not wanting to do anything than Fiorentina playing well because looking at the lineups, I mean, Juventus had Delict, Bonucci, Chiellini in. They had Sandro, Rabiot, Locatelli, Miretti, and Bernardeschi, Dybala, and Moise Kean. That was their starting lineup. And you're telling me that that starting lineup can't do anything against this Fiorentina team? Fiorentina has had 66% possession, 30 shots, 4 on target, 6 corner kicks, and 4 blocked shots. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I don't. I wish I could. I wish I had words for that display, but unfortunately, I don't.
Lazio and Verona had fun though. Their game ended in a 3-3 draw
Yeah,
with Immobile not scoring a single goal.
as usual.
But that's okay. He will win the goal scorer title anyways because Vlahovic didn't score anything at all for Juventus as well.
I only say as usual because every time I back Ciro Immobile, he doesn't score. So
Yeah, and Atalanta was dominant in their game, Chris. They had 62% possession, 40 shots in total. 40, that's 4-0. 11 of those on target, 12 off target, 17 blocked shots, 15 corner kicks, 3 big chances created, and 505 passes. And just to give you a perspective of that, Empoli has had 291 passes only. And
yeah,
Atalanta could have scored more
sometimes the lid is
against the
just
worst defense in the league.
yeah. Sometimes the lid's just on when you don't need it to be, and yeah, you can't. You can do no right to try to sort of you know get a result, and yeah, it just didn't happen for Atalanta yesterday.
Yeah. So, what's your best game for today, Chris? Which one are you gonna follow from start to finish?
Uh, I don't know. Not like my shirt would tell you anything. Uh,
Are you getting kicked out of DPL anyway, Chris?
would you shut up?
Oh, I'm just asking because
Oh,
you're
oh, I
one.
didn't know if you were actually being serious or not. I don't know, to be honest. The couple people I've spoken to about that say that everything was, fair, like fair game, like people knew about
Yeah.
what was going on behind the scenes at Everton. So, and this is someone that I trust their word. So we'll see. We'll see if they can actually. We'll see what happens with that. I honestly don't know.
Morning, Michael. Thank you for joining us. Now, my problem with this is, Chris, that so why did Leeds and Burnley waited until Everton has secured their EPL spot to go out with that?
Well, that's exactly why I think it's just a case of sour grapes. Like
Yeah.
it's they wouldn't have said anything if they were already going down. I think they're just trying to pull at straws to save themselves and avoid the drop.
Yeah. So why not say that before and save yourself the trouble? than waiting until the last game of the season to kind of come
It's
out with that stuff.
it's a bad
That's
look. It doesn't help their case.
yeah. And I mean, let's be honest. Pretty much every big club in every European league is doing the same, and they have gone away with it multiple times.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to talk quickly about the League One, Chris. Of course, PSG has won the title, and Monaco really shut themselves in the leg yesterday. They had 2-1 lead in what 96th minute, and they conceded a goal for 2-2. And unfortunately for them, that got them to third place, which means they will have to go through the Champions League qualifications. Marseille surprised us though. They have destroyed Strasbourg at home 4-0.
I mean,
And I gotta
yeah.
say, it was well deserved win, and that got them into the Champions League group stage straight away. They ended up second. And then they tied 2-2, but not that it would have helped them even if they won that game. So they are going to the Europa League race.
Yeah, just a bunch of surprising results in League One yesterday, at least as far as I'm concerned. But it's the quote unquote magic of the last day of the season. It's kind of what we're used to dealing with some insane uh, situations, and it's just what it was yesterday. There was a lot to try to follow, but you know, we try to make we try to make the best of it. But yeah, Ren I thought would get a better result than they did, but again, like you said, it didn't really matter when the teams around them were doing well. So
Yeah. Now, in the relegation battle, we had some interesting results as well, Chris. Bordeaux has won their game, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to stay in the league. They are getting relegated. Saint Etienne got a draw against the Nantes, and that was enough for them to get to that 18th place, which is the relegation playoffs. While Metz got destroyed by PSG on the road 5-0. Mbappe scored another hat trick, and after he announced that he will be staying at PSG, that was just what he needed, what the fans needed, what everybody needed. Let's be honest. And I've heard some of the contract details. Man, he will be basically what Messi was at Barcelona for many years. He was asked questions about the incoming transfers, about all the decisions that Klopp is making. He will be participating in that as well. On top of that, he will get about 100 million euros signing bonus. He'll get a 50 million euros salary per season. There was something about the marketing rights as well, but I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, he is signing a very rich contract, and he's a very rich person as of yesterday.
it's it's mind blowing. It's mind blowing the lengths that PSG went to keep him. But again, he's one of the best players in the world, so I guess you kind of
Yeah,
have to do what you can to keep a player of that magnitude. But I don't know. You still had some solid pieces, so I don't know if it was. It's gonna make if there's gonna be like a bit of a revolt, you know what I mean? Like if players that are already there are gonna be like, hey, well, you're giving him the keys to the castle, the car, and the freaking the boat. What do I get?
I mean, who can revolt? Neymar.
Oh, I'm not.
Neymar played.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that players will have a case. I'm just saying
Yeah,
they're gonna be like, well, wait a minute. What about me?
yeah. Well, Neymar has played what 65% of games for PSG since he got there. Most of the time, he was at his sister's birthday party. Uh,
At least it was a good birthday party. I heard they had a petting zoo.
the DFB Pokal finals yesterday, Chris. 1-1 in the regular time. Freiburg got ahead in the 19th minute, and in the 57th minute, Leipzig has conceded the red card. It says professional last man foul. Now, I did not see what happened, but they did not give up. And in the 76th minute, of course, Nkunku scored a goal, like we talked about it yesterday. Plus 165 on him to score at any time, and he did score one. So the 90 minutes ended in a 1-1 draw. We went to the overtime, no goals in the overtime, and then to the penalty shootout, which, let's be honest, is a pure lottery, which Leipzig won at the end, and they have won their first major trophy in Germany. Chris.
I think it's a long time coming, to say the least. It's, if you're a Leipzig supporter, you probably agree that that was definitely a long time coming. But it's just a matter of trying to build on that for next season and trying to really sort of, what's the word I'm looking for here? Just sort of build on this and deliver on what you've supposed to have been delivering on for the last few years. But again, when you have teams that are still going to be at full strength, like Manchester City, like Liverpool, as much I hate to say that, uh, even like Barcelona, PSG's going to be looking to finally live up to their expectations as well. It's going to be hard for a team like Leipzig to really do anything. But again, maybe they'll still have the Europa League. But again, you still have teams that are solid there, like I don't know off the top of my head who's in the Europa League for next year. But normally you see teams like Sevilla in there, or Villarreal, or teams of that nature that are used to performing well in that Europa League. That it's going to make it hard for Leipzig to have any sustained success. They have to really sort of do something and build forward.
Yeah, and what scares me the most here, Chris, is that Leipzig actually has a few fantastic players who have a lot of interest in them. And starting from those are Olmo and Kunku and Guardiol. And apparently, Guardiol is going to leave this summer because he has a few EPL teams interested in him. And those teams are willing to pay at least 65, 75 million euros for him. Dani Olmo was kind of connected to Barcelona for a while now. We'll see if they can afford him or not. He might stay another 6 months or so at Leipzig. But Kunku, man, I know that PSG has gotten rid of him, but he stepped up in a big way in Leipzig, and I think he might actually go back to PSG right now and be kind of a main star with Mbappe and Messi for next season.
I mean, it would be probably a massive move for PSG if they were to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen players do that in the past, and maybe it's because I think the first one that came to mind for me was Romelu Lukaku when he ended up back at Chelsea. But I mean, we've seen it. Players go out, hone their skills elsewhere, and eventually bring a bit more value to themselves coming back. They bet on themselves and it end up being better for it down the road when they come back to their original club. So we'll have to see if that's the case for Nkunku as well.
Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap for PSG to get him, especially now that they spend a buttload of money on the Mbappe. But if anything, they are the club that has money, so we'll see what they will do about that. Now, Chris, I would suggest let's move on to today. We got a massive day ahead of us. We got every single EPL game, so 10 games, guys. They're starting at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I think it's gonna be a great day. I think in only a couple of games we have teams that don't need really anything, and those are Leicester and Southampton and Chelsea and Watford. But every other game, somebody needs something, and let's start with that Arsenal Everton game, please.
Yeah, it's Arsenal that need to get the result here, to try to you know catch Tottenham here, but I don't know. I think Arsenal probably does get the win here. Again, I'm sorry, but but I'm still thinking that Everton's not going to make it easy no matter what the result is. So I'm looking at both teams to score still in that game. I think they can give a back and forth game, and I think that Everton end up on the score sheet now.
Yeah, Arsenal is minus 278 now. I think the price dropped a little bit. It was like minus 300 yesterday. But like you said, Arsenal leads the way here. I mean, we are not really used to Arsenal stepping up when they actually have to. It's on the contrary. Like when they have to step up, they really step down and screw up their chances about everything. But I think that Everton still might be a little hungover after that win against Crystal Palace and staying in the EPL. So are they gonna go for the win here? They definitely will. But I think Arsenal gets the job done here. So you like both teams to score. I like Arsenal at over 2.5, honestly. But if you want the full value, why not taking Arsenal to win and both teams to score at plus 180?
Yeah, that's if you think Arsenal gets the win there, but I don't know. I like you said, going. We've seen Arsenal fold like a cheap lawn chair on when they have to step up. So I don't know. The result's probably a wash for me. I think I'm just sticking to goals in that one.
Yeah. Now, Brentford and Leeds, Chris. Brentford has been on fire. They have only one loss in their last 6 games, playing really, really well, scoring a lot of goals. But Leeds is backed into a corner right now, and the only thing that will save them might be a draw, possibly, could possibly be enough. But I don't think they can take that chance and count on, on Burnley losing in their game. So I think that Leeds has to go for the win here.
Out of spite, Brentford minus 2.5. I'm
Jeez.
kidding. You're right. They do have to go on the front foot here, but it's also I think going to leave them open to the counter. Um, yeah. Let me see something here. I'm still probably leaning towards both teams to score in that game because Leeds has been susceptible defensively. Um,
I mean, you can see that the books are expecting both teams to score because it's minus 210 here in my
okay,
book.
yeah, I would say maybe
Even
then.
over 2.5 is pretty expensive at minus 175. So the goals are expected here. And honestly, I think we will see some goals. But I don't know, maybe with a dumb luck, Leeds can outscore Brentford.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'd still stick with both teams to scoring over 2.5, even though it might be a bit juiced. I think that a lot there's a lot of these where I think goals are just the way to go to try to take out any sort of surprise that may happen today.
Yeah. And I mean, both teams to score at over 2.5 is actually not bad. It's minus 132 here on my book. But the away team hasn't won a game in this matchup since 2015, Chris. And I mean, we had a few draws, we had a few home team wins, but like I said, the away team hasn't had a lot of success in this matchup at all.
And that's another bad spot for Leeds. But there's also to be something to be said for, well, it's kind of got to start somewhere, but at the same time, I don't know. It's a bit dicey.
Yeah. I do like both teams to score in over 2.5. Let's be honest, Leeds can't really defend. They can score goals, but they still have a few suspended and injured players, and that was kind of what got them into this spot over the season because they didn't have the depth, they didn't have the quality or anything like that. So I do like goals. Brighton and West Ham, Chris. Brighton doesn't need anything here, but West Ham does need a win to try and jump over Manchester United in the table.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see both teams go after it. We've seen Brighton sort of be the masters of the draw in the in the EPL this season. I don't know if they get the draw, but I think that just means that they're able to punch back if teams get after them. So I like both teams to score in that game. I might be tempted to go after the draw, but like you said, West Ham just needs the victory that much more. So yeah, I like both teams to score there.
Yeah, you know what? The odds have shifted since yesterday, Chris. Brighton was plus 140 yesterday. It's plus 162 now. And West Ham was plus 188. They're plus 162 right now, which means that some bets have come in on West Ham on the money line. And I do like West Ham on the money line here. Brighton is not a bad team. They have been slightly better on the road than they have been at home. But I think West Ham will go for it here. I think that they're a pretty good team. This might be the last game for Declan Rice at the club, and overall they have been a lot more consistent than Brighton has been this season. Defensively, a bit worse than Brighton, but they have been scoring a lot more goals. West Ham has scored 20 goals more than Brighton this season, and I think they will outscore them in this game. I do like West Ham on the money line, and I actually have that game as a preview.
I think it's definitely a viable game to bet on for sure.
All right, let's see what is the next one, Chris. Burnley and Newcastle. Do you think Newcastle can help Leeds and save them of relegation?
Out of spite, Newcastle minus 2.5. Now,
Another one?
no, honestly, all right, it's gonna pay me to say this. I think Burnley gets the win there because Newcastle's just been far more effective at home. I think Newcastle did well and serviced themselves well down the stretch, but I think that's going to just be able to carry vibes over for next season. I think right now Burnley probably just needs the victory. Needs the victory a little bit more in this one.
I mean, I'm looking at the injury list here, Chris. Uh, I think you might be right. Actually, Newcastle is missing Hayden, Lewis, Fraser, Shelby, Willock, Manquillo, Chris Wood, and Fabian Schär. Pretty much, that's like six of their starting players. But Burnley is not without injuries as well. Goodwoodson, me, Westwood, Rodriguez, Vidra, and Peters. They're
Yeah,
all going to be out now. I think this might be all-out game where neither team will care much about the defense, and the goals might be the way to go. Especially the over 2.5 at plus 114, Chris.
yeah. I think it's just a matter of if you trust Newcastle to contribute to that over because I don't see Burnley getting three on their own, and
No, they do that.
no. So it's just a matter of you see Newcastle really sort of getting one here and getting on the front foot to get it. I would hope so. Again, I hope that maybe Burnley kind of gets dropped, but that's just me. That's just that's just my personal preference. So
That's just the Everton fan speaking.
yeah, it's just yeah. Well, don't make me seem biased, Goran. I'm a journalist here.
All right. Darrell, I could see the over in that West Ham game, but honestly, I'm sticking to West Ham because I'm kind of looking at maybe 2-0 game in West Ham's favor. I think that Brighton will be under a lot of pressure here because West Ham does need a win and they will go for it. But I think there's plenty of other games where you can actually take the over instead of that West Ham game.
Yeah, and instead of trying to just sort of chance it for yourself and leave it to chance, I think yeah, I think there are better spots on the board.
Yeah. Chelsea and Watford, Chris. This is one of the games where nobody needs anything. Watford is getting relegated. They are in horrible form right now. And they haven't won any of their last 8 games, and they haven't won any of their last 5 games against Chelsea. While Chelsea, they haven't lost to Watford in their last 10 home games. And Chelsea has been pretty much playing a lot better lately. Too bad it's the end of the season. They have been scoring goals. Now, they did lose that FA Cup finals to Liverpool after the penalty shootout, but I don't know what we can expect from the game where neither team needs anything. Maybe goals.
Yeah, potentially goals in this one. I was looking at. I think Mason Mount is an anytime goal scorer. Um, I don't know. That's just a name came to me sort of in a dream last night, but I think I go Mason Mount, but I think I'm also going to lean towards maybe some goals in this one. Chelsea, maybe team total over. I don't know. There's a bunch of ways that you go with Chelsea in that one. I think Chelsea and maybe over 2.5 would probably be the way I would go in that one if you're really looking to take a side and try to get some value out of it. But yeah, I might just stick with Mason Mount as an anytime goal scorer in that one.
Yeah, I would personally wait for lineups to see if Lukaku is in, and I would take Lukaku because he's minus 103.
Hmm.
And if he will be in the lineup, he's playing against one of the weakest defenses in the league, and he's been playing well lately since he's been back in the starting lineup. So I think he might get a goal here. Mason Mount, of course, he is their leading goal scorer and their leading assistant this season, which is quite strange to say that Mason Mount is the leading goal scorer in a team that has Lukaku. But it is what it is. Pulisic is also pretty good at plus 138. Timo Werner at plus 138, and Havertz is at minus 103 as well.
Jeez, make me sound like a fool for jumping a little bit down the rabbit hole with that one, but I think I don't know. It again with one of those games where, like you said, when there is literally nothing to play for, it can make it a little bit tricky. And I don't implore anybody to just go jumping into a game just for the sake of jumping into a game. So
So we have also Romelu Lukaku to have over 1.5 shots on target at plus 170.
I mean, if he's gonna have a goal in that game, probably. I mean, it's uh it's gonna be an interesting one to say the least. I think.
Exactly. And also we have total shots by Chelsea. Total shots on target by Chelsea over 5.5 at minus 155, which is not bad at all.
I mean, can you see them really going to put the boots to Watford here?
This is the last game of the season. They're playing at home, of course they will.
Yeah, I guess so, but I don't know. Maybe it's just like they're playing with their food at that point or something like that. You know what I mean? Where it's just like they're like, whatever. Let's just show up, finish the year.
Now, Chris, Crystal Palace and Manchester United. Palace, they have been in very good form as of late, but they don't need anything here. However, Manchester United does. I was listening to something yesterday that Ronaldo will probably not be playing in this game for some reason. I'm not sure why. I don't see him on the injury report, but that might be just something somebody said. They need a win here. Actually, they need at least a draw to stay in that Europa League spot. But we know that United hasn't been famous about stepping up this season.
No, yeah, they haven't been shy, but it's also concerning to me that they've lost five straight on the road. So it's it's a bit dicey for me in that game. I think I would probably go both teams to score. I think after the debacle for Crystal Palace against Everton last week or midweek, I should say, I think they're going to want to try to maybe finish strong, especially at home. But again, like you said, United won't make it easy on them, and with or without Ronaldo, it's still a decent team that's probably going to be hunting for the win here. So I'd probably go towards United here, but I think both teams to score probably the way I would go in that one.
I do like both teams to score. It's minus 157 here, and we know that Crystal Palace can score goals because they have been in pretty good form. However, we haven't seen both teams to score happen in a lot of games when Crystal Palace was the home team. We had a few nil-nil draws. We had a few wins by Manchester United. But with the form that Crystal Palace is in right now, and with the form that United's defense has been pretty much the entire season, they definitely can defend properly. And I see them conceding at least once here. I have it at minus 157, and I think that might be good enough for me to take that risk.
Yeah, I think that's a decent enough price, like you said, to hop on. So yeah, I could be on board with that, but I think I still stick with both teams to score as my top option, just flat out.
Yeah. So we are nearing the top three games in the EPL today, Chris. But before that, we have Leicester and Southampton, the game where nobody needs anything as well. I think this is actually the game where we'll see a ton of goals, probably over 3.5 goals in this one, and both teams to score should hit pretty easily in this one.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant to jump on that just because I've seen Southampton burn me so many times down the stretch when they've had very little to play for. So this is probably a game where I'm gonna take a Ruffalo and pass on it. But if I were to, I'd probably just stick with both teams to score. Maybe I don't know.
So Southampton has conceded. No, I have the wrong thing open up here. Wait.
That's what she said.
She has the wrong thing open up. So Southampton has conceded 5, 7, 9, 11, 11 goals in their last 5 games. That's an average of 2 goals per game. And Leicester has been scoring quite a bit as of late. So I actually do like over 3.5. I won't even bother with both teams to score. I'll take over 3.5 goals at plus 120, and I'll stick to that. I actually like those odds a lot.
I think it's a viable option as well.
Now, Chris, we are at the top 3 games of today: Liverpool, Wolverhampton, Manchester City, Aston Villa, and Norwich City against Tottenham. So let's kick it off with Liverpool. They are massive favorites here. They need a win if they want to win the title, if they want to have a chance at winning the title. But at minus 835, where's the value here, Chris?
I mean, you mean to tell me again? I can't interest you with a double chance at minus 5,000. Um,
Is that even in the offer?
let me see here.
Minus 10,000, sorry. You,
Minus,
you were way off.
oh no, I've got minus 4,000 here. So
Oh, take that. You have better odds.
if you're about a 10-cent payout on your $100 bet or something. Like that. Anyways, um,
Well, if you bet like that enough times, you'll make some money.
yeah, $5. Um, I'm gonna go with Liverpool and over 3.5. I think we're bound to see goals in this one. It's probably mostly from Liverpool here. But again, Wolverhampton's not a team that's just going to roll over and let them have it. So, like you said, anything other than a Liverpool win will not do. So, again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but so I have to apologize to the crest every time I say Liverpool. But I gotta take Liverpool and over 3.5 in this one. I think it's just the way to go.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the only way to get the value out of this pick because I can't really count on Wolverhampton to score goals because they haven't been good at it this season at all. They have scored only 37 goals in 37 games. That's barely an average of one scored goal per game. Defensively, they have been solid, yes, but I think they have been overperforming by a lot on the defensive end. But now that they're facing one of the best defensive teams in Europe overall, with 91 scored goals, I think there will be hell to pay for Wolverhampton. I mean, it is a bit risky to take Liverpool at over 3.5 because that basically means that they will need to score 4 goals on their own, which they are certainly capable of. But I think if they get to 2-0 early in the game, I think that we can expect a bit of subs coming in and giving a break to their star players because of the Champions League finals next week. So I don't know. I would honestly rather take Liverpool at minus 1.5, but the price of that is not that good as well. I don't know what to tell him on this game. I didn't put anything on the preview, Chris. I stayed away from it. I was just indecisive about it.
Yeah, it's not the easiest. It's not the easiest game because, like you said, it's just sort of all about trying to find the value, and when there's little value to be found, it makes it extremely difficult.
Yeah, maybe take a goal scorer prop. Take Luis Diaz or Diogo Jota to score at any time. Luis Diaz is at plus 123. Jota is at minus 113. I would stay away from Salah just because I don't think he maybe won't be in the lineup here. He's still struggling with that injury, and with the Champions League finals around the corner, I think he might be given a break here. That means that Mane could get a ball a lot more if he's going to be in the lineup as well. And he's at minus 106, so that might be actually worth taking it as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like Mane. If anything, I think he's probably a prime candidate to get one if I'm looking at any goal scorer prop for Liverpool in that game.
Yeah. Now, City and Aston Villa, Chris. City is at the top of the table with only 1 point more than than Liverpool. Now, if they lose here, of course, this is a huge long shot. Let me say it like that. We could ended up being tied at the top of the table, and there is a case where the title wouldn't be decided today, but a lot would need to kind of come through for us because the first tiebreaker is a goal difference, and actually, City is plus 72, Liverpool is plus 66. I'm not sure how now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure how that could happen though, because the draw will not be enough for that. Yeah, I think I was wrong though.
I mean,
I know I was reading something about that this past week that it could end up all tied, but I'm not sure how now because there's only 1 point difference and not sure what kind of a draw would have to happen for
so
that. But
oh wait, no, I think I read that. I think it would have to be. Hold on, I think I could. I may have this wrong. I thought it was that City had to lose and Liverpool had to draw 5-5 or something like that.
yeah, but City would have to lose like 10-0
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't know. I have no idea.
because with a 5-5 draw, the goal difference would remain the same, and goal difference is the first tiebreaker. So yeah, I don't know. City has to go for the win, and that's it. They're playing against Aston Villa. Like we said yesterday, they might be there might be some personal feelings involved with Steven Gerrard being on the bench for Aston Villa. But I think City gets the win here.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's just a matter of again finding value in your spots, and I think that yeah, City's probably just going to be out for blood right from the opening kick. And let me see here. I mean, where were my goals?
Darrell, if you give us a few more minutes, we'll move on to La Liga and Serie A real quick as well, and some MLS games. Porto is playing in the Portuguese Cup final, so we'll mention that as well. But let us finish the EPL real quick here, and then we'll move on to that.
I like City in over 3.5 in that one. That's even money, and I think that I think that's kind of where I would lean in that one. I think there's going to be goals in bunches. Um, where's first half goals here?
Yeah, I was just looking at it, Chris. Over 1.5 at even money as well. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, I think it's going to be all City on in the front foot. So yeah, might as well. And even City team total over 2.5 minus 163. It's a little bit juiced, but considering what City's got here, I think over 2.5. I think that's a great option as well.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Aston Villa, but I think they're done after this game. City will step up here and they will score goals and they will get the win and they will win another title because that is just what they do, honestly. And over 1.5 goals in the first half at plus 100, I think that might be the least the least risk bet here that we can get on this game.
Yeah, yeah. There's not much else. There's not much else I can add to what you just threw out there. I think that's the best way to go for value in this one.
Yeah. Norwich City and Tottenham, Chris. Tottenham with the draw will be going to the Champions League with the win, of course, as well. But they are playing against Norwich City, the team that has been relegated since probably round 5. But they can score goals, not often and not many, but they might say goodbye to the EPL with a goal here.
They were already relegated before they even made it out of the championship. It's no, but all things level here. I think Tottenham comes out on the front foot. I don't think they even leave it to chance with a draw. I think they go out and get themselves a win here. I'm looking at Tottenham's team total as part of maybe a parlay or a double or something over 1.5. I think it's probably one of the safer bets to make on the board.
Now, I do like Son to score 2+ goals at plus 350. because I read somewhere earlier this week that Harry Kane has said he will do everything he can to give Son enough goals to take over Salah's top goal scorer mantle for this season. And Son is actually only 2 goals behind Salah right now, if I'm not mistaken. Salah has 22, Son has 21. So only by a goal. And I think Son scores at least two here. I'll take Son to score at least twice for 350.
I'll put a bet on that. Anything to take anything away from a Liverpool player, absolutely.
But yeah, Tottenham is the massive favorite here. I think they score at least 2 or 3 goals themselves here, and I think they're gonna win and they will qualify for the Champions League.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find a multi goal scorer here. Oh, they're multi scorers. Son to have a hat trick plus 1200. Maybe I'll take some
Ooh,
of that.
that's not bad at all. Now, Michael, thank you for this kind message. We appreciate you sticking with us throughout the entire season, and it was our pleasure to do this. But we are not done yet, Chris. We still have Serie A game to talk about. Let's talk about those two quickly. Inter and Sampdoria and Sassuolo and Milan.
Yeah, I think that's good. Those are two games that I think you take the favorite, try to find value where you can. I mean, I think we have Inter and maybe I think Inter both teams to score could be a way to look there because Sampdoria has been a thorn in their side in the past, and you know I think Inter over 2.5, Inter over 3.5, something like that, or for AC Milan and Sassuolo, I like AC Milan and both teams to score. Something to sort of get some value because I do think both of those teams are going to obviously be on the front foot and be very close to getting themselves a win. It's just a matter of how you how you get a result there and
I
get
like
it
over
value.
1.5 goals in the first half in that Inter Sassuolo game, the Inter Sampdoria game. Sorry, it's minus 124. I think that Inter steps up here, gets out on the front foot, and I think that they will go for the win, for an easy win. I think they will get it as well because Milan is playing as Sassuolo. Sassuolo is a great offensive team, but they are far from a good defensive team. And actually, Milan doesn't even have to win that game. All they have to do is tie, and they will be the champions. But I think that they are good enough and in good enough form here to get a nice win. So I actually like AC Milan -1 today.
Man, it's not a bad option, but again, I think I'm sticking with both teams to score or something like that, just because how good Sassuolo's been offensively, especially against the bigger clubs. So probably where I'll stick in that one.
Yeah, I mean the most value is at both teams to score and over 2.5, or even both teams to score and Milan to win. That's something you're getting at. Wait, my book is so slow. Plus 150. Milan to win and both teams to score. I do like that a lot.
Yeah, I would take both teams to score an over 2.5, maybe just to you know protect myself in case Sassuolo all of a sudden try to come out and steal anything and crash the storybook ending for AC Milan, but we'll have to see.
Yeah, so it's gonna be an interesting finish of the season, but I'll be cheering for Milan personally.
I mean, it's a nice way to end the to it would be a nice way to end the season for AC Milan.
Yeah. Now, Chris, a couple of the Liga games at 4 p.m. today. Barcelona and Villarreal. Villarreal kind of needs a win here to get to that Europa League spot, but they also need. Wait, what do they need? Uh, Villarreal actually can't get to the Europa League spot. Sorry, they can stay on the Conference League spot, but Athletic Bilbao is behind them with only 1 point less, which means that Villarreal has to go for the win here, or at least for a draw, to give themselves a chance to play in Europe next season.
Yeah, and it's just a matter of if they're obviously going to get it. And the thing about Barcelona's a proud club, and I think they're going to want to finish the season strong. I've said this before. Barcelona put their fans through a lot this season, and I think Barcelona wants to sort of finish the season strong at home. So I'm still think I'm leaning towards Barcelona on the money line in that game.
And the price dropped actually. It was plus 112 or something like it yesterday. It's plus 100 now. Looks like a lot of people are leaning your way. I kind of am too, but I see a bit of an open game here. And with Barcelona having so many injuries, I would rather stick to goals in this one on both sides. I think that Villarreal is getting Gerard Moreno back for this game as well. Both teams to score and over 3.5 is at plus 135.
Not a bad option either.
Yeah. I don't think Barcelona can defend right now, and they couldn't defend throughout the entire season. I don't think they will start raking up clean sheets now. So I see Villarreal getting at least one here, possibly even more. So I do like goals in this one. Sevilla and Bilbao, Chris. Bilbao needs a win to play in Europe next season. Do you think they can get it against the best defensive team in the league?
I don't know. I think I'm still leaning towards Sevilla in that game. I think Bilbao just struggling on the road, and excuse me. I think they're going to have issues here against Sevilla. Like you said, have been just rock solid defensively, and especially at home. Yeah, I think I got to stick with Sevilla on the money line.
I actually like the first half draw a lot. It's plus 102. I think if anything's gonna happen, it's gonna happen in the second half, Chris. I wouldn't kind of not take. I could see the over in this one, honestly. Maybe 2-1 for either side, but I think that first half draw is my best pick for this one at plus 102.
That's not a bad option either. First half drawing, I could see that.
Yeah. Now, we did mention, we'll talk about the MLS real quick. And the game that I really like today is Austin FC against Orlando. Both teams to score in over 2.5. And it's for plus money right now, plus 102.
To be completely frank with you, I've been so worried about all the European stuff. I haven't had a chance to really look at the MLS.
Yeah, there's a lot of European stuff going on and a lot of MLS stuff going on today as well. And the only way I know about this game is because I have it as a preview, guys. Both teams to score at over 2.5. I do like that a lot in this game.
Let's see here. Fairly big slate for a Sunday as well.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Trying to see here. What do I see? What do I see? What do I see?
Let me just ask you, Chris, do you have your parlay ready?
I do, but I was gonna say if you want to go first, I'll let you have the floor first today.
Okay, you keep talking about the MLS then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Stick me with the MLS. Um. Yeah.
Or talk about Portugal.
I'd rather talk about the MLS. Um. That's just me. That's just me being a cranky Italian that only likes Serie A. Uh. Let's see here. Let me pull up the odds for MLS here. Sorry, give me a second. I know this is riveting video for everybody watching. Anybody who knows me knows, excuse me, how much I like my draws. I think I'm gonna go with Portland Timbers and Philadelphia Union to draw. Yeah, Philadelphia, they're in first in the East, but they're winless in their last 6 with 5 draws. So I think they're just playing some solid soccer right now, and I think Portland would just be desperate to really sort of get a result. They beat the crap out of Sporting Kansas City a couple of games ago, and then followed that up with a loss to San Jose. So I think Portland would be happy with the draw here against the top team in the East, and yeah, I'm trying to see if there's any other real value. I think New York Red Bull probably wins 2-0 against Inter Miami. Inter Miami's just a bit of a dumpster fire right now, so.
All right, I have my parlay ready, Chris.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm taking Tottenham to win at over 2.5 goals. I'm taking City to win at over 2.5 goals, and I'm taking Barcelona versus Villarreal, both teams to score at over 2.5. Do you have the same parlay?
I don't have the same parlay. I had a couple of the same games, but I don't know if I
Well,
can do
that's for
that.
letting me go first.
Oh, that's what I guess so. Okay. Yeah, I had a couple of team totals that were just soiled. Uh, Let me see. Gotta quickly pull something out of my butt here.
Yeah.
Um,
Better do it quickly, or Mitch is gonna fire us because we are way, way over
that's
our
your
allotted time.
that's on you for droning on about the EPL today. Um,
Well, we created a lot of games. So.
yeah, this is true. Okay, let me go with. Okay, let me go with. Where's the? Hold on, I lost the EPL.
So much tension on this show, Chris.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna go with over 2.5 goals in Liverpool and Wolves. I'm gonna go with both teams to score and over 2.5 in Vitesse and FC Utrecht, and both teams to score in Crystal Palace, Manchester United, plus 330.
I like that Vitesse pick. I have it as a premium. United, you said over 2.5.
No, United and Palace, both teams to score.
That is plus 330.
Yeah,
Just both teams to score and over 2.5, or just both teams to score?
for what United Palace?
Yeah.
Both teams to score. Stop trying to put words in my mouth.
All right, guys. So Chris's parlay for today is Liverpool over 2.5 goals in the game. Vitesse and Utrecht, that's in the Netherlands, Europa League playoffs or European playoffs. Both teams to score at over 2.5. And United, actually Crystal Palace versus Manchester United, both teams to score at plus 330. And mine is Tottenham to win at over 2.5 goals, Manchester City to win at over 2.5 goals, and Barcelona versus Villarreal, both teams to score at over 2.5 goals at plus 323.
Nothing like some dueling banjos to finish the season.
Excellent. And we also have another parlay that's up on YouTube, the video parlay, guys. It's another three-legger, so check that one out as well. And that's it for today's show. It's been a little bit longer than usual, but thank you guys for being here with us. Thank you for staying patient with us. We do love doing this. We appreciate you being here. We are going to finish this season strong with some fantastic wins, and it's going to be an exciting day. We do have a few more shows to do, of course, for the Champions League finals, Conference League finals, and whatnot. So stay tuned for those. There will be some more videos coming up as well. And that's it for today, Chris. Check out our previews, guys. Mine start at 11 when the EPL starts. Not sure what Chris has, but I'm sure he has something.
MLB, and if you're on my long-term subscription, you get all three NHL games today as well. So
There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy your Sunday. And we will see you, I guess, I don't know, maybe Tuesday.
maybe Tuesday.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see. Enjoy, guys.